Hi, I'm Carl Hills from Kimball Fruit Farm. We're here to check out some heirloom tomatoes, and I want to tell you a little bit how we grow them. Heirlooms are tomatoes that are quite different than what you're used to in the store. What you're used to in the store is hybrid tomatoes. Hybrid tomatoes are tomatoes that you can't save the seeds from. You have to go and buy the seeds every time from the seed man, and he's the one that makes all the money off you. Heirloom tomatoes are tomatoes you can squeeze the seeds out, and they will usually come true to what you planted, the same tomato that you planted. So them being heirlooms, they are typically from immigrant families coming from Europe. When they settled the United States, they brought their seeds along with them. They brought their grapevines, their apple trees, but tomatoes, their prized tomato seeds, they brought along with them. And they save these seeds year to year, and they've slowly been emerging in the common marketplace, and we've found a little niche business in it. We grow 10 acres of them, so approximately 45 kinds, give or take a few, and they are seeds you can save, which makes them very unique, and you can even play with crossing them if you wanted to. Now, we have all kinds of varieties as I've told you, and I think that's what the fun of it is. This one is called a chocolate stripes. I believe it was developed actually through the Cherokee purple tomato. They made a Cherokee chocolate, and then they've created a chocolate stripe out of that. So as I was saying before, when you can have fun trying to cross different varieties to get different styles of tomatoes. And this cuts very nicely. It's a very meaty tomato. And as you can see, it highlights a green gel. That's what you want around your seed cavities, and a nice meat in between. It's got a very sweet flavor. Great for bruschetta, and I've had people even say they make soup out of it. There's a lot of varieties of pink tomatoes. I grow a few of them. I experiment with a few every year as well, just because I like to see what's going to come out of it. This one is one of the ones I plant every year. It's called Aunt Ginnys. I don't know the heritage of it, but evidently Aunt Ginny used to grow a heck of a tomato. This is one of those where you cut it and it fills your whole dinner plate. And these are really what the true beefsteaks are. When someone tries to sell you a beefsteak now, it's usually just a regular red tomato. When you cut these, they're like a piece of meat inside, and thus the word beefsteak. It truly is a very sweet tomato, a little bit of acid, but very mild. Okay, this one's called the Speckled Roman. I happened to win the best heirloom in Massachusetts with this variety, I think in 2004 or 2005. Some people would think it's a cooking tomato because of its plum shape, but it's really a nice slicing tomato. You'll see it's very nice and red and meaty inside. And it makes for a very nice sliced tomato. Again, small seed cavities. Makes for, and it's sweet, nice sweet flavor. Within the odd tomato color range, there's one called green zebra. Green zebra is not a true heirloom. It was actually developed 20 years ago. But there's a green zebra, a red zebra, a black zebra, a big zebra. All came from the same guy in California who was interested in crossbreeding all these. But it also just won the best heirloom in Massachusetts for 2008. Green zebra is a green tomato. When it's ripe, though, it'll have just a light yellow background. If it doesn't have that, it's not ready to eat. It's sweet with a little tang, and it's green on the inside, too. When I planted this variety, Costaludo Genovese, I planted it because of its rippled shape. Restaurants and chefs wanted me to grow something that also had some different shapes to it too. But what I was really surprised with how nice the tomato tastes too is it's a very sweet tomato with quite a bit of acid too, so it's got a nice balanced flavor. But you need to let it get nice and red in order for that full flavor to come out. Within the heirlooms, we've been talking about a lot of the slicing types that you can slice up and eat them just on your plate. Well, then there's some that are good for cooking. And one of our amazing ones is the black plum. It makes an amazing, rich, dark sauce. And a lot of our customers just keep coming back for this one. They start off a lighter color and get to this nice, rich, dark color. This is a drier tomato. Actually makes a really nice sauce, and it roasts really nice as well. And it's got a nice, deep, rich looking inside, making a nice black sauce out of that. Another variety we have is a French variety called Flambe. This is golf ball size, a nice orange, has small seeds, has only 3 seed cavities per tomato. And it really makes for a beautiful addition to a salad. It's a little drier, so we find that it's a good roasting tomato too. You don't want a tomato that's too juicy when you roast. And they're very sweet, so the sugars really come out when you roast it. I think one of the reasons I plant some of these is because of the unique names of the varieties. This one's called a mortgage lifter. In the store, another big pink tomato, slices like a real meaty beefsteak, and again has small seed cavities. And the story with mortgage lifter is a farmer grew a bunch of plants because everybody wanted them. They couldn't believe those big, beautiful tomatoes, and he sold them for $1 a piece, and he paid off his mortgage in 3 years. Makes for a very nice slice because of its size, very big tomato. It's a sweet with a mild flavor, but also very meaty. As you can see, small seed cavities and a lot of meat. Some heirlooms do have a core in the middle. You'd want to cut that white core out. Well, with an heirloom, it should be a little soft. It should have a little give to it when you push on it. It shouldn't be real mushy, but it should have a give. If it's too hard, you want to let it sit and let it ripen. And you do not want to refrigerate it. You want to just let it sit on your shelf. Never refrigerate a tomato unless you've cut it in half. You don't want the fruit flies on it, then you put it in the fridge. But the key is to have a little give to the tomato when you eat it. That is the key.